Great video, and let's just get back right into the action. We have that first game of the best of 5 between Lyon and Influence Rage. Why do I always want to say infinite?
Influenza?
Infinite Rage, no.
Influenza's Rage.
Influence Rage.
I want to point out a couple things while we have time on those videos. First of all, they were totally ready to throw Leonhard out for Zia. He's like, if you could steal any player, we'll take Zia. Leonhard's gone. Zia's coming into the gold lane. Secondly, the shout out in the EXP lanes, the number 2, he ranks the number 2 EXP laner, Dalika, as Merciless from Vendetta. And to say that as a player coming through the qualifiers once again, to say that as someone like Merciless, he's been in the topic for EXP laners, but he's never been like him, you know, to put him over Yureshi, to put him over so many different people. Merciless has really earned his spot over the past several years, and I know he's not playing right now, but we never really get to talk about those videos much, and I just think it's interesting. Now, we are going to jump into the draft. Chronos, Lyon versus Influence.
Yeah, I like that you pointed out about that message as well from Dalika, right? I've been watching that video for a while. I'm just waiting for it to pop up at the right time. And yes, Dalika spoke about Merciless, but you know what? To his own credit, he has been popping off quite a lot. So Dalika has been the cornerstone for Influence Rage Origins. We saw that yesterday against Vendetta, and he was able to hold his own against Merciless. So yes, speaks volumes for his style of EXP. He can play both the kind of the 4-1 split kind of EXP laner. He can play the one that can dish out the damage, the big crowd control. So yes, he's got it all in the bag as well. Just goes to see how we'll approach this game. Standard bans so far: Freya, Guinevere, Baxia, Jushin, Marcel still left. That's one pick that we want to see taken out, at least if you're blue side maybe. Sora's taken off the table, so I think Valentina, even though it's going to be contested, might not be the hot pick that Lyon wants to go for. And don't forget Bernoulli, that Harley.
Bernoulli.
I don't know if he's going to pick it up game number 1, man.
He's got to get to match point first. He's got to get to match point before he's even allowed to pick it up. That's the rules, remember?
The win conditions, you know?
You know what? Lyon team with Raquel's video, something that stood out to me and that I think we should really do look out for is his Kufra. His play on Kufra yesterday was amazing. You know that he was in his very comfortable main hero pick.
And it works as like, it's not meta exactly right now, but it does work against a lot of picks. We're not even going to talk about this, Marcel. It's not a big deal. What's important about the Kufra is it can, like, on paper, it works against so many dash heroes that are so popular right now. It's not the greatest roam, but if you're good at it, like Raquel is, then yes, it is huge in this match, in matches.
Yeah, and then the Marcel pick. I want to say something though, because we have not seen a win for a Marcel game, but we've seen that in the South, right? So both of these teams, they're still kind of South teams. So maybe the way that they play Marcel, the way that South teams play are just different, and they can actually really use that Marcel properly.
The difference between the teams in the South and the North is they like to play for advantage, right? And that's something that I spoke about yesterday about Influence Rage and Lyon as well. They don't like the 50-50s, at least a 51-49. They need that slight bit of an advantage. That's when they will start taking the game under control, and that's where I think the Marcel probably does well in the South too. But here in the hands of Lyon, we might see a different thing. And another thing about Raquel, not only does the Kufra work with him, he got MVP twice yesterday, right? MVP for the last week. And he has been putting on stellar performance after stellar performance. So if he gets another MVP here somewhere down the line, he might as well be MVP for week number 3 too. I mean, week number 4. So yeah, I think he's been super good on the way that he's been playing for Lyon. This Marcel, I want to see how he will change the pace of the game, but the aggression with the Hilda on the other side might not allow the Marcel to be as aggressive as he'd like.
I want to point out a fact as well, just a quick out-of-region fact. Marcel has been getting picked up in some other regions. MPLPH, it's gotten picked up 20 times. It has gotten picked and banned a total of 34, I think. But even that, its win rate is only 55%. It's not it's not the most detrimental hero. Obviously, it can be dealt with. Am I saying, obviously, I don't think it's like bad. I don't think it's bad, but I think in especially in something like this where we're in a global ban, it's maybe not worth the bans nonstop. It's maybe not worth stressing about it that much. And so many teams have proved that. Lapu gets locked influence rage though. With this Suyo and the Hilda, solid upfront capabilities from Influence Rage already.
I don't like having a support roam going against Hilda. Just no. How do you even deal with her? It's so hard to do that.
Yeah.
She's so animated. So how you deal with
her? Like, get off my back. That's what I'm saying when I'm playing. I was like, get off my back,
leave me
please.
alone, Hilda.
Yes.
I mean, that's a good question, Layla. Do you play the Marcel?
I've tried him. Unfortunately, I do think that he's only good when you have a 5-man team that can work together with him, or it's just so hard. Your ults are pretty much.
Marcel.
You're being blamed for ulting because your teammates are like, "What are you doing? Get out of here."
Yeah, I think Marcel definitely a hero that niche needs to find the right ways for it to be played. I think, I don't know, need a lot of AoE skills. How is it going to work? We're going to find out. But I like the front three that's there for the side of Influence Rage Origins, not just for the fact that it's solid, it's divey, and you save your other two picks for the end, which could add more dive factor, or you can decide to play front to back, you can play inside a box. You know, it looks solid right now. Influence Rage, they can go high ground. They got a lot of options at the moment. Influence Rage Origins, this is the one thing we can't take away from Influence Rage Origins. It's really nice to kind of decipher their draft, right? To break it down. It feels really good looking at their draft. But on the other hand, Lyon, they're looking solid too. They're looking to play a front to back already. You can tell that. Harriet as well as Claude taken off, so not many dive from Influence Rage. Carries off the table as well. Maybe go for the Eve here. So
Eve's
yeah,
solid,
Eve is a solid,
honestly.
Right? Yeah.
Eve's super solid. For honestly either team. Oh, no, they already have the Zitian. So yeah, Eve for Influence, you have the range over the Zitian to poke. And you have a great box to play in that goes so well with the Hilda, the Lapu, the Suyo. You just have to watch out for the Marcel, honestly. With so many fighters and not too many dashes, it's slightly dangerous to have this sort of composition that Influence... Like, if there's a composition that Marcel wants to go against, it's a grouped up front to back composition like Influence Rage right now. So they are going to have to be careful for that. One big Fury of the Phoenix paired up with a big golden hour, golden light. Boom.
I like the pickup on the Kimmy. I feel like, you know, Kimmy and Granger works really well with Marcel, so at least they got one there. Yeah.
The Uranus looks super solid here. He's absorbing a lot of damage. I was iffy about the Granger, that's why I kind of made a face. But Granger is good against the Leomord, so I was 50-50 about it. Can do okay against the Marcel. Not against the Uranus. You need to burst them down, and it's got to be difficult. You need DPS. Now you don't have DPS on your side because Claude and Carrie were taken off the table. You're looking at a mid laner. I think they want to go for Eve still.
Yeah.
But against the Uranus, against the Marcel's Golden Hour, it's not going to do super well. And this Kimmy in the goal lane is only something that we've seen in the hands of Leonard. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I have been waiting to cast an Odette game forever, Trex. I'm not going to lie. And it's perfectly set up here for Influence Rage Origins just because of the fact that there is no knock-up from Lyon to cancel that Swan Song.
We'll see exactly what happens. A solid lineup from both. I still do like Leon's draft here, even with my doubts of Marcel. I think it's clean. Rage Origins, on the other hand, the crowd control is going to be like landing these skills is going to be key.
Are you a Odette simp? From that, I feel like you are.
No. Whatever, Layla. Swan, she's smiling right shots at me today. About to say, Odette's really good in competitive games if the draft is right, because the amount of AOE that you have with the damage that you can do with the Swan Song and the passive, you don't even know how much damage it does after a while. Although in this case, I would say not the best to go up against a Uranus because they don't have the kind of DPS that they need. But get them low. Odette with a Swan Song and maybe a Sky Piercer. Hey, it's always fun to see, and I love to see these off-meta picks. These, you know, it's kind of different perspective, right, Trex?
Yeah, very different perspective. We haven't seen Odette in a while, probably since maybe M series in competitive play. So we'll see exactly how it pulls off. And I do agree with you. A lot of these, a lot of the heroes on Leon's side, like they're fast moving. They can. There's good poke. There's a lot of ways to do this right now, and it's not going to be easy targets for Rage Origins. Hayase, how do they deal with Hayase, honestly? How do they deal with Uranus? It's exactly what we saw from Merciless last time. There was no way to lock him down.
Well,
what's that face for, Kronos?
About to say, Layla, you're taking shots today.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Well, I feel like if I was Leo Mord, I would definitely be a little bit, I would guess myself a little bit when Odette's there with an ult. Yeah.
I mean, definitely prevents, right? But at the same time, you're right, Trex. How do you stop Hayase? That's the big question. Are they going to be able to stop? There's no possible stiff arm as well to kind of stop him at this point, because Hayase on this Uranus is going to be a monster.
Well, speaking of monsters, both these teams are monsters in their own right. As we jump into a best of 5, it's game number 1, the last series of Swiss stage before playoffs. This is Lyon going up against Influence Rage.
Well, and we start off right off the bat. You can see they're trying to get what? Orange, purple, so not really mirroring each other, but probably gonna go sort of opposite lanes at this point. And I think it's going to get to how they're going to make this Odette shine. Kind of like a counter to Marcel, if you ask me, Trex, because such a massive AoE skill. It's bigger than the Golden Hour, that Swan Song. So it's going to be crucial. And you can see already the passive getting onto Pav. Raquel needs to play aggressive, but Astra's going to do the same. Celestial Armament, was that already getting popped, or no, it's not?
Man, Raquel's going to try to run in, and that's the Hilda does well against it because it just stops you. Boom, boom, boom. And then you paired that up with the quick stun from the Odette, and we're already seeing the possibilities with this combo. Pav, positioning is going to be key, right? Trying to get this poke off at a distance, making sure you land all these skills, but also the Odette doesn't have bad range either with its ability to poke with the stun and everything. So this is a hero we don't see all the time, but once again on paper, it looks like it can hold its own in the mid lane. Rage Origins actually clearing waves faster right now than Lyon. Down on the boss side, a little bit of action. This is a Kimmy gold as well that I didn't really think about that much. How do we think that's going to fare up?
I mean, that's what I kind of, breezed through it in the draft a little bit. Leonard's been the only one that kind of played this Kimmy in the gold lane so far in MCT North. So I'd say they've been able to do well, but in this case, it's going to go well. Oh, wait.
A little bit of action, and comes the Swan Song, and you're right, the range on that is insane right now. Completely zoning them away, but Maracucho able to take that turtle. Has the Swan Song always been that?
That's been that big, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it used to be a bit smaller, because that thing is huge. Like, it takes up the whole river.
Yeah.
Takes up the whole river. Like, takes up the whole river, which is insane. The amount of zonage, and against something like a Marcel, it's going to have a lot of, because Marcel wants to run in, right? Marcel wants to get up close and personal, get a couple of those little quick stuns off, and then maybe combo it with the Golden Hour. So it's going to be tough, and Nox doesn't even have to exactly land those to kill, but it can be used as a zoner. It can be used in so many ways.
And not just that, right? You can get them low once you have all the magic damage items, and then you have Replic in the fight. Essentially kind of like a Crimson Beacon to protect your marksman, but so much bigger. But at the same time, if they're low and Replic able to get a couple of Dead Sonatas, that's like stack after stack on the Sky Piercer. And Maracucho is probably going to... I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to build 3 Sky Piercers on their team. I'm assuming there's going to be 1. That's why you can see Maracucho's going for the War Axe, or rather the Hunter Strike first. I think Replic's going to be the one that's going to be rocking that Sky Piercer, because that's where you can maximize what it can bring in. And the range of this Swan Song, it's going to be outside the golden hour or within? I want to kind of see the interaction a little bit, because you're stopping the Odette in place, but at the same time the Swan Song's so huge, right? So how is that gonna?
Yeah, is it outside?
Work?
You're right. Will if part of the Swan Song is already popped and it's outside of the golden hour, does that part still do damage?
I think so.
A lot of interactions to think about here for sure. I mean, the way I'm thinking of that might be the largest area skill in the game. AOG's, but even AOG, it's not that wide, I don't think. It's insane. Like, look, it might just be the skin right now that makes it looks a bit wider, but let's see. Fear of the Phoenix does come down. A lot of damage. Lands down. Swan Song connects as well. The flicker in. Hayase able to go down. Able to just still going, but was the damage happening? I don't know. We got to test this. Someone in the chat, let us know. Someone that's like gone into practice mode and tested all the nerdy stuff like that. We'll figure out soon, I'm sure. Bernoulli goes down, though. Another turtle in the hands of Rage Origins. For a team that likes to play slow, they are stomping on a steamroll right now. A lot of damage on a Hayase. Hayase finally falls. Astro able to flick through and get away. Walk right past Pav. Dalika brings out the bravest fighter as a just in case they try to re-engage.
No, I think it does damage, Trex. It does damage outside the golden hour. So yeah.
Not inside it, though. Nothing does damage inside the golden hour. Nothing does.
Yeah, because you're kind of stopped in place. But at the same time, if you're stuck with the Odette in the golden hour, you're already constantly taking damage from the Swan Song still? No, you're not taking damage, right?
But if you, like, walk into the golden hour, well...
You're cooked.
Anyways. Like, I know it doesn't stop it. Yeah. Because normally... Oh, big damage. Nox.
Oh, we get some of the passive.
Wow. The passive, the burn. The burn is real right now. Bernoulli now in trouble as well as Matakucho tries close distance. Big stun from Delico does not land. He decides not to use the flicker, and I think it's a good call on their part as the rest of Rage Origins makes way to the bottom side of the map, looking for a possible pick.
Well, at this point, Leon needs to find a way to get Leonhardt online and get him into the fights, and Hayase needs to kind of start absorbing a lot more damage. You're already neutralizing Hayate. Look at the 8 to just hitting 9 from Hayase. There's one full level difference. It's a little bit more EXP even. And now you're allowing Replic to move around, able to get him killed. He's probably got the Sky Piercer, Radiant Armor in the hands of Astro. So you know Raquel, or rather Pavel as Leonhardt, not going to do a lot of damage onto Astro. He's going to be able to walk up quite easily. But here, Maracucho.
Matakucho, nice golden hour to multiple members. A lot of damage is going to stack. Fear of the Phoenix comes down, but Replic still able to dash back, and Nox takes out Leonhardt. Hayase now forced to back away as Bernoulli is the next to drop. Replic picking up a kill. The recalls are out. Rage Origin is online with the third turtle secured.
You know what? Oh, wait. Dalika after taking on low, able to make it out of harm's way, disengage. They get an invade on the orange buff. And what I was talking about is Nox used that Swan Song. Leonhardt flickered, skill 1, everything underneath the tier 2, and then died because the passive, that Lakeshore ambiance, that note from the Swan Song kind of followed her all the way until there, and then you got taken down. Oh, this Odette's coming in clutch. 2-0-3. Basically a 100% KDA out of every single person on the team. Influence Rage Origins are letting know that their draft are deep. They got deep pockets.
Dalika comes in along with the Swan Song. They're going to lock onto Hayase now. Nice Destinata lands. Hayase just able to get away as Bernoulli tries to come in with a Phantom Steed. Outputting a little bit of damage, but still has to try to run away. Purple buff up. Astro and Nox. Gonna make sure to slow him down as much as possible, but towers are dropping around the map as we speak. Replic taking the tier 2 in the top side as the rest of his team zones Leon, keeps them at bay. Raquel trying to get in, locking onto Replic, just trying to defend the tower and save as much face as possible.
They're trying to do that at this point. Leon were super strong yesterday, not giving a single kill against Stamina. But now, look at them. They're having tough times.
Phantom Steed comes out once again. Dalika able to get the stun down. Bashes in. One more hit on a Raquel and finds the kill. Replic's got his back with shots fired on the opposition. Bernoulli and Hayase forced back to base. Rage Origin finally got the tower they were coming for. And all this time, Matakucho's in the bot lane just farming up their jungle and minions.
He's chilling. Bro's chilling this entire time, able to get his HP back. Look at the Swan do so much damage.
Followed up with Delika once again. They get the stun and dash in. Down goes Pav. The sword crashes as Lyon is dropping like flies. Lord is up now, and they're gonna let Matakucho go handle that on his own.
This is what I was talking about, you know, that Swan Song is like a big Crimson Beacon, a protection cloud for Replic to get in, and then Nox does the damage, takes everyone down low, already Astro poking him, Delika Eto goes in with the bravest fighter, everyone's taken down low, all Replic's got to do is, you know, aim and shoot, and that's what he did, get that Death Sonata down the entire time, he's able to rack up these Sky Piercer stacks, already got 20 in his pocket, and Rage Origins have taken complete control of the game. And this is what the Odette trying to brings into the table. The ideas there, the execution is showing, and Influence Rage are trying to get to the heads of Lyon.
Yeah, there's just... Oof, if they pop, they've already popped mid and top Holy Shield. Lord coming down the mid side. Fantasy Dubs comes out with Hannah. Bernoulli just walks into his own death practically. A nice winter crown comes out from Nox. Will be safe. That is a big ult though, gone. Yeah, that was winter crown, right?
That was inside the golden hour, I think.
Oh, the golden hour froze it. It's so weird because the skill keeps happening.
Yeah.
They probably shouldn't have popped the golden hour, honestly, because it protects Odette.
Yes.
In all reality, the Lord crashes in, though, at this point. Fury of the Phoenix comes down, a nice stun on multiple members, helps slow down Rage Origins. It's literally a winter crown for Nox.
It's a fraud
so
alert,
broken.
man.
Marcel.
It's fraud alert.
Oh, poor Marcel.
Insurance.
Poor Marcel.
Whole State Farm.
People in the chat are like, I swear he's good, yo. Delika with the stun on multiple members. Bernoulli goes down. It's looking like trouble right now.
Oh, no.
Raquel's next. Marcel's off the map. Nox with another Swan Song. Hayase's the last one standing.
No.
It's a full team wipe with one cannon minion. Rage Origins will make this an 11-minute game unless they don't want to rush it, because first they're going to flex.
And what a flex indeed. They've been singing this entire time. The Swan Song of victory. The Odette shining at its best. The Marcel amplifying what the Odette can bring in. And oh my goodness, 13-0.
Wow, you're right to be happy about the Odette pick. Not so happy are Lyon. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. I was thinking about that. Marcel is only okay if you have some kind of burst, because he can lock somebody down, but if you can't burst anybody, he's done. Can't do anything else.
He's not him.
Not him. Odette just exposed hard. Like, you pick the Odette and it's like, thanks for the winter crown, I don't need to buy this item anymore.
Now we know.
That's crazy. That mechanic right there, like that interaction is insanity.
Everybody go try that out if you have a Marcel on your rank enemy team, okay? Try that out, see what happens.
Yeah, and you could see as well with the atomization, just go and crack damage the entire time. Glowing Wand straight into the Divine Glaive, knowing that Hayase is probably going to build some magic defense along with Raquel and the Thunderbolt. The thing with Marcel is you want the game to go a little longer because you want to rack up those Thunderbolt stacks, but what if you're not even to the point where you just got the Thunderbolt, got like 2 or 3 stacks? It's not going to do anything, and you could see the difference being so big in this game. 41k gold to 25. That's 16,000 right there. 11-minute game. I think this is the fastest game of MCT so far we've had, if I'm not wrong. They didn't need the Lord. The Lord, did they even get the Lord? I'm not even sure at this point.
They did. They got the Lord. They got the Lord.
Yeah, but
did they need him? The Lord needed them.
Look at this one. Look at Leonhard. He's low, underneath the tower, and dies.
The burn, the passive.
Yeah. Passive, and
Lethal
then glowing
ignition,
wand burn too.
Glowing wand, the whole freaking kit right now. It's just
the whole shebang.
Trouble. The whole shebang.
This too.
Delika. Delete, I mean, everyone on the map. I mean, at that point, it's a 9K gold lead. You're going to see some crazy flexes like that. You know, that's a wrap. And the early game is what really secured this for Rage Origins, because when you have a composition like this that thrives on a lead like this, there is nothing you can do.
And then Nox too, crazy on the Odette, 207 and what 208 in 99% KDA. There you go, there you go. This is what we're talking about. The Odette shows up. 309, 60k damage in what, 11 minutes? Mental at this point. Arcade Boots, Glowing Wand, Divine Glaive, Wishing Lantern. Forget about the Winter Crown. We can think about that later if we're losing. Assassin Emblem. Pull yourself together to make sure you get the cooldown on those skills. Especially at Flicker. And then the Lethal Ignition to add on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. No, I guess nobody doubted that was gonna be Odette for the MVP.
Had to be.
It's crazy because their team had 2 Sky Piercers. Imagine if she also got a Sky Piercer. Jeez.
They're aiming to see who's gonna get the execute first, right? I mean, Nox played a great game, and this just goes to show Rage Origins has so much more to show us. And the hopes that they were going to be a team that could possibly